Hello friends and welcome to a new Happy Learning video. Today we're going to learn all about the cell. All living organisms are composed of cells. Some have only one cell and are called unicellular, such as this microscopic bacteria. Others, on the other hand, have many cells and are known as multicellular, such as this bear. But do you know what a cell is? The cell is the smallest part of a living organism. Though some, such as this egg, can be easily seen. By the way, do you know that an ostrich egg is the biggest cell that exists? The cells of both animals and plants have three vital functions: nutrition, relation, and reproduction. The cell's parts consist of the membrane, the cytoplasm, and the organelles, making the nucleus the most important organelle. The truth is, these are all very strange names, but don't worry, because if you listen closely, you will understand everything perfectly. The membrane is the outer layer which is around the cell and protects it from external means such as light and temperature. As well as that, the membrane allows nutrition to function by facilitating the nutrients to enter and the waste to exit. The cytoplasm is a liquid substance which is found in between the membrane and the nucleus. It is here where the cytoplasm where you can find all the organelles. The nucleus is the cell's most important organelle, as it is the brain and directs its functioning. The genes are found there, as well as the hereditary characteristics of all living organisms. We are all very similar to our parents because we inherit their genes. If not, look at these baby zebras and this crocodile. Aren't they identical to their parents? There are different types of organelles, as well as each having a different function. We have already seen that the nucleus is the most important one, but there are others in charge of directing food or eliminating waste. In the plant cell, the membrane is covered by a rigid layer called the cell wall, which allows the plants to stand up, strong and erected. Another thing is that many have a substance called chlorophyll in their cytoplasm, which gives the green color and allows them to make their own food from water and minerals. Well, now you know that all living organisms, no matter how big or small, are made up of cells and that all of them are fundamental, imperative for life's balance, our beautiful world. So, on behalf of Happy Learning, as always, we ask you to please respect and look after nature, as well as its inhabitants, meaning all cells. Goodbye, friends, and don't forget to subscribe to Happy Learning.
Search us and subscribe to Happy Learning's YouTube channel.
Hello, friends! Welcome to a new Happy Learning video. Today, we're going to learn about unicellular and multicellular living organisms. We already know that all living beings are made up of cells, but many of them are formed by a single cell. They are called micro or unicellular organisms. Although they are very simple organisms, they live independently. That is, they perform all the vital functions by themselves. Do you remember what those functions are? Very good! Nutrition, relationship, and reproduction. Examples of unicellular beings are bacteria and protozoa. Some of these organisms are capable of manufacturing their own food, but most feed on other living beings. They are so small that they can only be seen through a microscope, which is why they are called microbes or microorganisms. The truth is that they are a little bad for us human beings because they cause disease. But others are very beneficial, as those who turn milk into yogurt or cheese. So good! Living organisms that are formed by more than one cell are called multicellular, such as plants or animals. All the cells of these organisms are alive. They feed on the substances they take through the membrane, and they reproduce by increasing in size and dividing in two. Besides, many can move. The cells are very diverse and are grouped into biological tissues, depending on their shape and function. Two examples of biological tissues are epithelial tissue, skin, and muscle tissue, our muscles. These organs, in turn, are grouped into systems, such as the respiratory system or the digestive system. Well, friends, now you know about unicellular and multicellular beings. Easy, huh?
Search us and subscribe to Happy Learning's YouTube channel.
Hello everyone. The vital functions. Nutrition. As you know, all living things need food, and that is the function called nutrition. Depending on what food they eat, animals may be herbivores, carnivores, or omnivores. Herbivores eat plants and grasses, and they may eat the stems, roots, fruit, seeds, or leaves, just like this tall giraffe is doing. Some herbivores are very special. The ruminants, like goats and cows. They're special because they swallow their food almost without chewing it, and then store it in their stomach. Then, when they want to, they bring it back into their mouth and chew and swallow it again. It might seem a bit disgusting to us, but that's what ruminants do. Carnivorous animals feed on meat. They hunt and eat other animals so they can feed. These animals have ferocious teeth, long, sharp claws, and in the case of birds, very strong beaks to hunt their prey with. Omnivores are both carnivorous and herbivorous. They eat both meat and plants. Pigs and bears are omnivores. Can you guess who else is too? People. Human beings are also omnivores. We can eat a roast chicken or a nice lettuce and tomato salad. Plants do not eat. They are able to manufacture the food they need within themselves, taking water and other substances from the soil and using the air and sunlight. The vital functions. Interaction. Living things need to be aware of the environment they are in, to know what happens around them and to react to it. This function is called interaction. Look at these zebras. They're scared because they recognize the lion's roar and know it means danger. All the animals you see interact with each other, play, help, care about each other, but they also fight. To survive, all animals need to know about the place where they live very well and to communicate with each other. Animals use their organs to know what is going on around them and to react to danger. With their eyes, they can see what's happening. Like eagles, who have a magnificent view looking down from the sky for something to hunt. Ooh, look out! He's gonna get us! With our ears, we can hear if an animal with bad intentions is approaching. With our noses, we smell if there's tasty food anywhere near. With our skin and our sense of touch, we feel the tenderness of caresses and of tickles. Animals need to communicate in order to relate with each other. Many do so through smells. Others, like this chameleon, change their colors. Others, like this noisy squirrel, communicate through sound. Although they don't move around and don't have eyes or a nose or any other sense organ, plants also interact. When they perceive the sunlight, their stems move and grow towards it. The vital functions. Reproduction. The last function is reproduction. This allows living things to make new living things, and so they ensure the continuity of life. Aren't these little babies adorable? Animals have two ways of reproducing. They may be oviparous or viviparous. Oviparous animals like birds, turtles, or these little crocs hatch from eggs. Viviparous animals are born from the womb of their mothers, like these dolphins, giraffes, and humans. Plants have many ways of reproducing, but most do it through their seeds. These seeds fall to the ground, germinate, and give life to a new plant. Now you know the three vital functions. Goodbye for now, everyone.
Search us and subscribe to Happy Learning's YouTube channel.
Hello friends! Welcome to a new Happy Learning video. Meet a friend of mine. Nano is a very talkative robot. He talks and moves like a person. Would you say he is a living thing? And that rock over there. Pay attention. Wow! I thought it was a rock. Sometimes things are not what they seem. And that's why today we're going to get to know what living things and non-living things are. In nature, we can find a lot of things. Animals, plants, wind, people, rocks, sand, water. Some of them have life and others do not. The things that have life, we call them living things. And those that do not have life, we call them non-living things. But how do we differentiate them? Because they talk? Because they move? Nano the robot speaks and moves. However, it is not a living thing. And this flower, it doesn't talk or move, but it is full of life. It seems confusing, but it's actually very, very easy. Living things are those that are born, feed, grow, reproduce, and die. Animals, plants, and people are living things. Living things need air, food, water, and react to environmental stimuli, such as cold, heat, or noise. What a shock he got! Although it may not seem like it, plants also react to environmental stimuli. Some flowers turn, following the sunlight. And look at this little plant. See how it closes as soon as it is touched? Non-living things, on the other hand, do not perform any of the vital functions. Rocks, wind, sea, fire, and robots such as Nano are non-living things. They are natural non-living things, meaning they are formed in nature, like this strange rock or this cloud that never stops traveling. And they are also artificial non-living things, which are man-made. Yes, like Nano, or this clock that makes cuckoo. What fun! Non-living things do not eat, or breathe, or feel. Have you understood the difference between the two? Let's review just in case. In nature, we can find living things and non-living things. Living things are those that are born, eat, grow, reproduce, and die. For example, animals, plants, and people. Non-living things are those that do not have life. They do not perform vital functions, and they do not need to eat, breathe, or feel. For example, rocks, air, or this toy dog that barks as if it were real. Well, now Nano and I are going to play in the garden for a while. Goodbye, friends, until the next video.
Search us and subscribe to Happy Learning's YouTube channel.
Hello friends! Welcome to a new Happy Learning video. We all know what blood is. It's that red stuff that comes out of our body when we injure ourselves. But, do you really know what blood is? Or what it is used for? Blood is essential to keep us alive, as it transports nutrients and oxygen to all parts of our body so they can continue to function. But what is blood made up of? Blood is made up of plasma and blood cells. Plasma is the liquid part of the blood and is made up of 90% water and 10% nutrients, proteins, and other substances. There are 3 types of blood cells: red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets, and they all have different functions. Red blood cells, also called erythrocytes, are in charge of carrying oxygen from our lungs to all parts of the body. White blood cells, also called leukocytes, are responsible for fighting germs. They are like soldiers, floating in the blood to fight viruses and disease-causing bacteria. Platelets, also called thrombocytes, help the blood to clot. For example, when we have a wound, the platelets move quickly to create a kind of plug or glue in the wound, so that no more blood comes out. They form what we call a scab. Isn't blood and the whole human body just amazing? If you want to know more about blood, circulatory system, and learn many more things, subscribe to our website at happylearning.tv.
Search us and subscribe to Happy Learning's YouTube channel.